All right, Tara Davis-Woodhall.
Yeah.
From idea to execution, I mean, what was it like to actually be jumping down the runway in Times Square?
It was so surreal. That was the coolest moment. I'm like, did that even just happen? Like, I was like, what? I was so sad going into my last jump because I was like, oh, there's not two more. But 4 jumps was actually really cool. It made you lock in a little bit early. This was just a moment, a dream come true. It was just like, look at this. They killed it, and it was a beautiful moment for me and then for the other athletes as well.
I was gonna say, I wonder if there were nerves of the idea of like, okay, this is actually going to happen, right? Obviously you're competing and all that, but like the idea that you've been working for so long for this to come to fruition and it's finally actually happening, were there nerves around that?
There were actually no nerves. It was more butterflies. Like nerves, like I feel it in my chest and I feel it like in my throat, but it was in my tummy, and I was like, whoa, what's happening? And going through season, there's like, focusing on nationals, focusing on world champs, like all of those things were a little bit more important for it's like meet to meet, right? And so this was just like in the back of my head. Of course that we were talking about logistics of how this is all gonna work out, but it wasn't until I stepped foot in New York when I realized like what is actually happening. And I came last night, and before it was all set up, I went to go and I stood in the middle, and I just thanked God for allowing me to be here and allowing me to be in the moment, and just I could not ever imagine this dream coming true, and today was reality.
And I'm just curious about the fans. I know at first, like, people weren't coming with the class, but everyone had like their phones out.
Yes.
This isn't a traditional track crowd,
No.
but as they kind of like the rounds went, they started to warm up. I wonder what that was like.
Yeah, I told Dawn, I said, Dawn, can we tell the crowd to just be in the moment for 1 minute? That's one of my sayings is, these are the moments. And you never know whatever it is, big or small, these are the moments. And for the crowd, I just wanted them to experience putting their phones down and just be in that moment, and they did, and it was awesome. And that last jump, they really took that moment for themselves, and they were hitting the banners, and they were clapping, the music turned off, and it was a moment for me to just take it all in, and it was so good.
And then just last thing, does this obviously like Times Square, but then next year you'll have league and like all kinds of things. Does this kind of just get you more excited for what's to come in the future?
Yes, of course. I mean, next year's supposed to be like an off year, but it ain't an off year now. We got things to do, and Athlos this is just the beginning. It's only year 2. There's gonna be so many more years after this, and then now there's the league coming out, and it's gonna be fun.
There you go. Good job.
Thank you.